Hello and welcome to the Backroom Podcast, The Ramble. Today I am joined by Dan.
Hi there.
And Josh.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. And this is our 50-second podcast. So we have been doing this for, well, we've been doing it for over a year, but this is the 50 seconds, so that marks a year for us. A year's worth of podcasts. A year's worth of our life that we'll never get back. Oh, fucking thousands. Jesus, thousands.
I counted.
Jesus, and the amount of time I spent editing them, decades. Way too long. But yes, this is the podcast where we talk about random shit that goes on around the week and a load of the other shit that happens as well. That
what boils
doesn't
your
even
piss,
happen.
right,
Yeah,
Pete?
just what boils our piss, particularly on that day. Like, oh, there we go. That could be our topic. Our favourite
Biggest
rants.
boils of piss.
Yeah, the biggest boiler of piss.
I can't think
The
of
biggest
it.
kettle.
I try to block them out of my memory so that I'm not just constantly just fuming.
Well,
all the
I
time.
know one.
Go on then.
It will be Ricky from Dota.
Oh, what?
You could just hear it in the voice. They're just, oh, fuck, no.
I just immediately my forehead just frowned instantly. Oh,
A vein started to appear,
just
pulsating,
bulging, instant.
bloodshot eyes. But no, I wanted to talk to you about something. I was browsing randomly through YouTube, and
Pornhub.
yeah, all of that. But
To be fair, it's got a good setup on there. You know, they categorize it. It's really well
I know,
laid out.
right? It's a lot more user friendly than YouTube is nowadays.
I think so, yeah. And the
Yeah.
comments are much more funnier.
I know, and
Yeah.
the trending is just perfect. It's like everyone's gonna like that. It's trending. It's like it's the sort of dank memes that are kind of hidden
Speaking of
away.
trending, how's a Hatoful boyfriend going for you, Pete?
Fuck you. Fuck.
Have you heard of this game, Dad?
No, I have not.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
bought Pete a game, and I said you have to play this game. It's called Hatoful Boyfriend. It's on Steam. And what's the premise of the game, Pete?
So, you are a human or an ape, a mammal of some sort, like a humanoid of some sort, and there is this particular school in Japan for pigeons.
Okay.
And you're the only one that goes there for some particular reason with your best friend who is also a pigeon.
So you're not a pigeon. You're just a human.
You're a human going to a pigeon school. So it's a little bit weird to begin with.
So fucking amazing.
And it's a fucking visual novel dating sim. And
Dating
fuck me, you're a human dating
I want you to
pigeons.
finish it.
I
want you to play
wasted
it all the
40
way through.
minutes of my fucking life playing that game the other day.
I've paid £7. So that's an hour of my life. Less than that, actually. But, you know,
It's fucking the hell.
I want you to finish it and give an honest review.
I said I would finish it, and I am playing it gradually.
I hope by the end of it, you're like somehow addicted to this and like, oh my god, he said yes, I'm dating that pigeon.
No,
So is that the end game, to date a pigeon?
I
pretty
don't know. I don't know. You bone a pigeon, you have pigeon humanoid babies. I don't fucking know. It's just, it's so
Takes his
fucking.
cock to the pigeon.
It is so fucking weird. You live in a cave. And what the fuck is that all about?
Okay.
There's a school, but I happen to live in a cave, not a house.
Oh, that's
Where do
so
all the
good.
fucking pigeons live? And you're on track. I'm on track. They have a full-on running track, and apparently a pigeon is faster than a human running. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's a pigeon, for fuck's sake. But we'll leave that for the video. And
I've already thought of the
Sometime.
next game I'm gonna buy you when you finish this.
sake.
It's gonna keep going because it just gets you in rage mode and fucking amazing.
I'm going to move on to what I was originally going to talk about. So I was browsing YouTube, and I thought, or actually I had a recommendation for a video from Toby Turner.
Oh.
And do you know Toby Turner, Dan? You must have heard about him.
Yeah, he's the pigeon, isn't he?
He is the pigeon that Pete wants to date.
Cricket
Ah,
noises, cricket noises. No, he was allegedly, I think it was proven false, I believe. I know he dealt with a lot of drug and alcohol problems. A lot of people admitted that, but apparently he had sexual assault claims thrown at him, which were falsified. And
Oh,
anyway, it bottomed out his channel big style. This is a bloke who's got 6, 7, 8 million subscribers to begin with, and now on one of his other channels, which also has several million subscribers, is raking in about 14,000 views per video.
more than us.
More than us, yeah, but fuck, you look at that and you go, that dude, his videos used to be the top videos on this website. Whenever he did those little trailers, like the Assassin's Creed one, that was millions of
they
views.
were. I'll say they were actually quite amusing to watch, and I go back. I could go back to that.
You
and I
could
still
go
find it
back to the
quite
videos
enjoyable.
and they were
His later
quality.
stuff is so boring, though. It's so like,
It's
this
become,
is not
yeah, but that's the
entertaining.
problem. I think it's kind of lost it because he's just so bottomed out on drugs, and he had
Yeah.
all of that problems.
But it's all about all his videos
And
about
the
that,
section-
his dog, and I think, I mean, dog. Fair enough, the dog looks dirty as shit.
I don't follow him anymore, so I don't know. But
I watched a couple of it before I unsubscribed, even while he was doing through this claim. But it's all about his damn dog. I thought, I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck this shit. If I wanted to see dogs, I'm
he
sure
went,
the trending list
yeah.
would be much more
I kind of went
entertaining.
off of him a fair time before the whole sexual assault claims came out, but
Hmm.
prior to that, I just kind of got sick of his Minecraft content because it was only like 6 or 7 minute videos, and you weren't getting anywhere in the video.
I never subscribed to his gaming channel because I thought, nope, can't be fucked. I'm
Yeah,
not watching the gaming channel.
a lot of it was
It's like
that, and I kind of went
his
off of that.
animation stuff was really. I enjoyed his animation stuff that he brought out occasionally.
Yeah, there was a lot of quality to those.
Yeah, but then everything else is like.
Yeah, but think about that. We've now gone from him to PewDiePie.
I don't. No, I don't. No.
Yeah, I know. And PewDiePie's effort that went into his videos is fuck all.
Yeah, no, I don't touch that with a barge pole.
Neither do I. I've seen a couple of them, and it's just like the editing is fucking standard ass shit.
No, I watched one. The last one I saw of his was him trying VR when it first came out, and he was wearing spandex. I thought, nope, I'm out. Peace out. I'm out.
Yeah, and we go from that. And I also thought, what about Ray William Johnson? All those big YouTubers that we used to watch, that was some of the pinnacle of YouTube, that started YouTube on the direction it was going, you know?
Yeah,
And
okay.
they're hardly getting any traction now. It's weird to see.
They lost momentum, haven't they? They've just lost momentum, and they stopped doing
did.
it. I mean,
Like Shay Kyle, the guy who set up Maker Studios,
Hmm.
He's recently quit YouTube. KSI, one of the biggest British YouTubers, quit.
oh, I didn't know that.
He's just disappeared. Like 2 months ago, he blacked out all of his page or whatever, and just vanished. And apparently, he's just been having fun with his life. Which, don't get me wrong, it's like you're
How
perfectly
dare
entitled.
he?
Yeah, it's like you're perfectly entitled
with
to
his
that.
life.
Yeah, it's like you're perfectly entitled to that. But a lot of these YouTubers are just kind of vanishing off, and now we're in this kind of apocalypse where YouTube is shitting on everyone that isn't family friendly or Disney
So
Channel.
this is where you shine, Pete. This is where you
This is
climb
where
the ranks
this is
of
where
the
I
dead
bring it
YouTubers.
out. Yeah, I stand on Shay Kyle and KSI's corpse.
You just take a shit on their graves
Yeah.
and like, yes, this is my stage.
This is
now."
my stage. Yes, but we need to bring them to the stage first.
Subscribe for dick pics.
Subscribe for dick pics. But isn't this so
Hashtag dick
weird?
pics.
It's so weird that within just a couple of years, that all of these YouTubers that I know you and I used to watch quite regular have just
Religiously.
straight up vanished.
Yeah.
And they've lost all that traction. It's kind of weird.
I mean, I think YouTube is like it's a good thing where you're getting yourself out there. But eventually, you do find you might as well. There are other jobs that can be made from starting this career. I'm sure there are lots of some of them, as you said, start up new companies. Fair enough. They start
Yeah.
new media companies like what was going to go on? Like Freddie Wong. I watch his stuff all the time. He's like he started up his own company and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
that's-
Rocket Jump or whatever.
Rocket
isn't it?
Jump, yeah. So, I mean, it's just a good way to obviously start yourself out and eventually, end game, have your own business, not rely on YouTube and adverts and stuff like that. So I can see why it happens.
You can see what happens. It's just kind of out of the blue that all of these people have just kind of faded. It's just like, oh my god, wait, we've got all of these people now. We have Casey Neistat, we have Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and all that, and a load of the other Viners that are coming over, and some
I was
other.
going to say I don't recognize any of these names.
Casey Neistat. You don't recognize the name Casey Neistat?
No, Dan, do you recognize this name?
I would no.
No. There we go. 2 against 1. It doesn't exist.
Jesus Christ!
We are a democracy.
We are democracy.
I am really surprised you've not heard of Casey Neistat, especially you, Dan, because he's a filmmaker.
Who's he? What was his name?
Casey
what?
Neistat. He was part of the Neistat brothers. He was quite big over in America a fair few years back. But he sold his business to CNN recently. And loads. He's been huge. He's massive.
Oh, that guy. I just had to Google it. Yeah, I do recognize
Yeah,
him.
he's an ugly-looking bastard, but wears sunglasses.
Yeah, I do recognize him. Yeah.
I can't say I recognise him. Let's see what he's done.
Mm.
No, oh, actor in Nerve. Well, that really makes him a Hollywood star.
No, he's not so much an actor. He is like a director, and he did these things with his brother years ago that made him really quite popular in the
Bet he
sort
did.
of indie sector. But yeah, you got people like that, and it's just like. And Logan Paul and Jake Paul, the blonde brothers, the Viners from Vine before that died and moved over to YouTube. One of them's cool, the other one's a piece of shit. But it's just kind of weird. But yeah, anyway, we'll move on. I've stopped my ramble. I've rambled on too long.
I thought there wasn't like a point at the end of this.
No, it was just I was kind of
I thought
shocked
you were
by
building
the
up
whole.
to something like.
No, I was just kind of shocked by the whole thing that we've kind of moved completely away from all of these people, that we're not seeing anything for them anymore, even though some of them, in fact, quite a few of them are still on YouTube.
I mean,
They're
if you
just-
think about them, there's other stars that you watch now which have risen in their place. I mean, it's just the same with like TV shows. They die out. We hear about them later on in the future that this is what happened to this said star, but other stars have risen up in their place. I think that's fairly standard. I mean, like,
Yeah, but
who
we
do you
do
watch
have a
now
lot-
that you didn't watch a year ago?
that I didn't watch a year ago.
Ian Huntley.
Do you?
I don't know.
So,
I religiously watch Philip DeFranco, and I've watched him for
DeFranco,
years.
yeah. For example, fine.
Like, he's one of the exceptions.
You watch
He's one of
Cyanide and
those-
Wombles occasionally, don't you? The Cyanide's channel. Did you watch him a year ago?
Well, they just kind of appeared.
Yeah, exactly. They just come out of nowhere, don't they? That was
Yeah,
my
I
point.
know that, but I'm on about they're all fading away. We're not seeing them anymore. It's just kind of.
Do you want to make a shrine?
kind of
Is that
dawned
is that
on
you
me
want
the-
to be? You want to
No,
make
it
a
kind of dawned
graveyard
on
for
me the other day
ceremony?
that when I looked at them and when I went through the old videos, I was thinking,
KSI's gone.
no, I didn't really care. I didn't really care about KSI, but I thought, holy shit, Toby Turner did some really cool shit. And now you're looking at his videos going, shit, now he just looks coked out and fat.
I'm gonna go have a look now. I'm curious now.
He's gained a
Um,
fuck ton of weight, and the content is just like, this is really naff. And you look at a few of the others that were in the past that were like these big ones, and you go, you've just faded. You've just lost it. What happened?
Price of stardom.
Yeah, I
Never
guess.
there to last.
But anyway, let's move on into other subjects. So, who wants to talk about what?
I actually feel quite melancholic now. I feel like we're going to just disappear into non-existence.
Will vanish.
Or vanish, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a fart in the wind.
What's that song? Dust in the Wind or something like that?
I don't know.
It's fine. I like to think of it as less like a fart in the wind. It's like a piss in the wind. You piss in the direction of the incoming wind, and it comes right back at you.
Oh, it's nasty.
So we'll always be in your face,
That's
like-
nasty.
like piss in the wind.
It's like herpes. It keeps coming back.
Whoa. Okay. Hold on now.
No. So how about this? How about we move into what movies you've seen recently, Dan, and anything that you want to talk about movie related?
Well, you talk
Oh,
about you talk about you
Oh,
talk
shit.
about rants, and last week I decided to treat myself to watch the new Alien film. So,
Okay.
here we go. So
It was
the
bad
original,
then.
well, the original Alien is like in my top 10 films of all time. The Ridley Scott, Dan O'Bannon script, Sigourney Weaver is just absolutely superb, and the film is ambiguous, it's creepy, it's just amazing.
Classic.
And then yeah, it's a classic. And then you had Aliens, James Cameron, just Alien times a billion with lots of action, which is cool but not as good. And then you had like the weird David Fincher one. You had Alien Resurrection, which wasn't the best, and then you had obviously Prometheus, which at the
Wasn't
time I
enough.
thought, yeah, okay. And then when I watched it in the cinema a couple weeks ago, so they had like a re-release. They did Alien and Prometheus. I was like, actually, it's terrible script, but it's actually quite fun. And then last Thursday, I was like, right, I'm going to treat myself, watch the new Ridley Scott film, and I have to say, it's the most disappointing film I've seen all year.
Ooh.
It's not so much bad, but, and I say this with a heavy heart, it makes Prometheus look like a genuine science fiction classic. I mean, I really don't understand how he got it so wrong. It's like I read in the newspaper, he said the problem that the fans had with Prometheus was that there wasn't enough xenomorph. So I think what they've done this one, they've gone, actually, we've got the script to Prometheus 2, and instead of calling it Prometheus Paradise Lost or whatever they were going to call it, they've gone, actually, what we'll do, we'll shove in a few more xenomorphs and make it called Alien Covenant, and then everyone will be all right with it. But it's not. The first half of the film is basically the first alien sped up to 1,000,000 miles per hour. So you have the what they call facehugger scene, which everyone knows what happens when you get attacked by a facehugger. So there's no tension whatsoever. And then there's a bit where the aliens decide to come out of their back instead of their chest, and it's like, oh, okay, it looks cool. But the good thing about the original was it was all practical effects. Now it's just CGI, so you're like, actually, that looks pretty quite crap. And then all the jumps are boring. Nothing's exciting or new. And then people make stupid decisions. Like there's a part when the alien kills half her team, and then one of the women pilots goes, "Do you know what? I fancy a shower." Right. Well, you deserve to die having a shower when you know that there's a stupid alien life form out there on your own in the middle of some godforsaken planet with Michael Fassbender looking like some massive hippie who's just had a 10-day binge, who somehow managed to find some brand new clothes. Well, I thought at the end of Prometheus his head got ripped off. So I'm thinking, how did he manage to sew himself back together? I know he had that chick with him, but then he goes, oh, actually, she died in the crash. And I'm thinking, right, so he's managed to sew his head back to his body, managed to find some new clothes, and I just, no.
I
It
thought it
didn't
was
work.
a different Fassbender. I thought they were like a cyborg robot thing.
Oh, no, because the twist is, so you have the new Fassbender, who's like the Texan kind of new AI, like Sonny from iRobot. Like he can't break the rules or anything. And then you've got the one from Prometheus. I can't remember his bloody name. He's managed to survive, and he's still on a murderous spree. And you have a film which ends up. I thought it was going to be the last one anyway, but it's set up obviously for a sequel, and it just felt so boring.
I think the problem is they've kind of removed the tension with it because you could expect it. You know what there is. You know the facehuggers. You know the xenomorphs. You know exactly the same thing. You've had those tropes like 4 or 5 times before. So
exactly,
yeah,
and
expecting all of that.
And watching Prometheus. I mean, Prometheus is not the best, but in terms of like developing a new world, in terms of, I mean, I never really got the Ridley Scott thing about, yeah, we need to look into the architects or whatever they're called and look how the aliens were made. I was like, well, can't you just leave it and make it a bit more ambiguous? And Prometheus, was looking back on it, it's actually quite, some of it's good. I mean, the parts about the actual alien creatures that come down and create human life, and then they actually want to kill everybody. I thought, well, actually, it's not too bad. And then watch Alien Covenant, and it's just a messy film. It's like the guy I listened to said it was Da Vinci Code in space, which kind of does make me laugh in a way, because it's just people saying stupid stuff in dark rooms. You know the jumps are going to happen.
Typical tropes.
Yeah, you know what the alien's going to look like when it eventually comes out. And it's just like, what's the point? Really, what is the point in this film? Apart from, obviously, a financial reason. Yeah, and the fact that Michael Fassbender's being employed, who I'm a huge fan of. But it really is a disappointing movie. And in a way, what's happened with these releases in terms of Prometheus and Alien Covenant, it is really kind of damaging the reputation of the original ones. And it's quite sad in a way. And I'm kind of glad that Ridley Scott is nowhere near the new Blade Runner film, because if he was, I think it'd be terrible.
I was
But-
chatting to one of my work friends the other day about Ridley Scott, that he's just kind of shit himself over the last few years, hasn't he?
Oh yeah,
Kind of
majorly. I mean,
lost it.
Exodus Gods of Kings, boring.
Not just that. What was it? The Counselor.
Counselor, terrible.
That movie that I was built up for about a year and a half, and I was like, this movie is going to be incredible, and I lost my shit.
Yeah, The Martian plays it safe, and it's okay, but not anything decent. What else has he done recently? Prometheus. Alien Covenant, not good. It's just like he's just damaging his reputation. The last good thing I can remember him doing was probably American Gangster. That's the last good thing I can remember him making.
Yeah.
And it's a shame, because he used to be. I mean, he's made 2 of my favourite films of all time. He just seems to be, like you said, shitting it
Yeah.
completely.
Seems
But-
maybe when his brother died, he lost all sort of fucking brain power.
Possibly.
His brother
Possibly.
was the one actually doing the work, and he was the one just like, yeah.
But I mean, I sound like I hate it. I don't hate Alien Covenant. I think it's just really disappointed. But that's my 2 cents anyway. But it's not as bad as King Arthur.
Have you seen King Arthur?
Yeah, it was one of our unlimited screenings again.
Okay.
We sat down, got our free cake.
I will admit,
I got a free poster, and everyone sat down ready to watch Charlie Hunnam as King Arthur in Guy Ritchie.
So I saw the trailer of that recently, and I thought, actually, fair enough. That doesn't look as bad as I thought. I think
it didn't look as bad as it could be, but when you see a few of the trailers and you go through them, you go, actually, this could be really bad. And then I found out David Beckham had a role in it.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
thought, that's probably going to be, that's not going to be good.
And it was funny because when he turned up, none of us knew. Well, I assume none of the audience knew because there hadn't been a screen and that he was going to turn up. And there was just this utter silence. It was quite funny. It was just like, firstly, it was like is that David Beckham? And then when he spoke, we're like, holy shit, that's David Beckham.
Shit, no.
And then he doesn't have one line. He has about 10 lines. And it's like, Guy Ritchie, what are you doing? Like, why does he need to be in this film? I mean, I haven't reviewed it yet. I haven't put it on the site because it's not out till Friday. But it's basically Snatch kilts. That's what it is.
Hell, man, bust it out early. Get that out there. You're not.
I'm going to copyright. It's just doesn't make any sense. And there's like a beginning. You know that bit in? Have you seen Snatch?
No.
Have you seen Lock, Stock? Two Smoking Barrels.
Shit. Yeah, I have, but a while back.
Well, you know, like it happens in all Guy Ritchie films where there's a moment where the characters sit down and kind of had a chat, and it's like sped up, edited kind of flashback.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they all talk proper Cockney geezer like.
Mm-hmm.
This happens halfway through the film. Like they all decide to turn into Danny Dyer, and just have this 5-minute kind of scene that looks like an outtake from Snatch, and it's like I really don't understand. And I mean, Jude Law's pretty good fun, but I like Jude Law as the weird mystical baddie. But it's just boring. And in a month when there's been a lot of boring films, it's made me second guess my life. It's really been such a bad
extreme.
month.
Yeah, I did. I was kind of like, I want to go see that when I saw the first trailer because I thought, oh yeah, that could be pretty good fun. But as I just saw more and more about it, I just like, no, I don't want to see that.
I mean, I thought it couldn't have been as bad as the last King Arthur film I saw.
Which was the last King Arthur one?
The what's he called? The
Clive Owen.
Clive Owen one, yeah.
I liked that.
I did not like that at all.
I liked that because that had
a lot of good actors.
Will Graham and Hannibal. It was like a sell-up for Hannibal. It was quite funny. It was like, oh my God, Will Graham met Hannibal decades ago. It was a weird thing. It was a weird meme. But no, I actually quite enjoyed that film.
I
if you
did
go and
not
watch
enjoy
it,
it.
if you go
It
and
was
watch the new one, let me know. Because I
No,
thought it was.
I think I'll pass on it. I think the one I'm going to see next will probably be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, which is out next week, isn't it?
10 days, yeah, 10 days from now. The only thing that worries me about it, oh, excuse me,
Cool,
is
keeping
Paul
you up.
McCartney.
I think I should just going back. Obviously, I think we discussed earlier about what do you think is our best King Arthur film. I've just typed in King Arthur, and it has to be Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, true.
Yes.
The
Yes.
best
Definitely.
King Arthur film ever, and the most
Definitely.
accurate as well. I'd have you know as well. Yeah,
But,
killing bunnies and stuff.
yeah, you've got Paul McCartney in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, well,
Why?
we well, I wouldn't say luckily enough. We were treated in like common to like a 10-minute preview clip of it. And did you watch Gods of Egypt?
No. It's
No,
shit,
I
isn't
heard
it?
Well,
terrible things about that film.
oh my God! Right, literally, there's this kid in Gods of Egypt. I can't remember his name, but he's literally the worst actor I've ever seen in anything ever. And he's in the new Pirates of the Caribbean film.
Oh, great.
And they showed us this 10-minute clip of like these CGI like skeleton sharks coming off Javier Bardem's villain's ship. And I know they've got a budget, but I was looking at it going, this CGI looks really bad. And I'm thinking, of all the money they've made over the years, you think they'd have a decent special effects budget? I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover or by a 10-minute clip. But I've never really been a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean series, anyway, apart from the first one. They kind of went a bit downhill. So I can't say I'm overly optimistic. But like I said, in a month where it's been terrible film after terrible film, apart from Guardians of the Galaxy and probably Miss Sloane, I'm prepared for the worst.
Okay.
I think it's the best way to go into a cinema sometimes. Expect
I
it's going to
think
be
so.
shit, and then, oh, wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
Exactly. That's why I think Miss Sloane seemed like the best film ever. I watched that on Sunday, and I was like, actually, that's actually a really, really good film. And I look back on it now, and it's like, actually, it's quite a cheesy film, but when you put it up against Orlando Bloom in Unlocked and Jamie Foxx in Sleepless, it's like, Jesus Christ.
Was
Anyway.
that Unlocked one that where he had long hair and he was like a detective or something?
Yeah. And this links into Alien Covenant, because Noomi Rapace, who was obviously in Prometheus, I think apparently turned down to be in the sequel to Prometheus. And it's ironic that in a week where Alien Covenant comes out, it's probably going to take a shitload of money, that she's in this terrible spy British pile of
That's the
crap
one, yes. Yes, I
with
have seen the
Orlando-
trailer for it.
with Orlando Bloom looking like Jim Morrison, who just had sex with like Johnny Depp out of Pirates of the Caribbean, literally. And then he has the worst Cockney accent. He's like, "I'll put apple and pears, I'll steal your TV," that kind of thing. And it's like, what? I mean, Orlando Bloom has got to pay the bills, but what is he doing in this? And terrible.
It is
And
kind of
boring.
yeah. It did.
I don't mind
It didn't
films
look
being
good.
terrible, but if they're fun terrible, I can kind of overlook them. But it was just boring. Boringness.
I couldn't. No. As soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, that is nope. That's a big fat no from me.
It is a big fat no.
Wasn't going to touch that thing with a barge pole.
Hey-ho.
Especially with-
But anyway, and then you get La La Land come out on Blu-ray, and you watch that, and you go, actually, the cinema is superb, and it's the best film of the year,
La La
and
Land, yeah,
everybody's
la
got
la la
to
la la.
dun 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 dun. And I have the soundtrack on repeat, and everyone should go and buy it and watch it at least 4 times
Jesus Christ.
because it's the best film of the year.
Hashtag
I haven't
ad.
seen it yet.
No, I've still
Sorry?
not seen it. Hashtag
I
Well,
haven't
ad.
seen it now.
I'm gonna digitally copy it to you as per the instructions on the Blu-ray casing.
I'm gonna come home tomorrow and just my front door is just full of just the front cover.
It's going to be
of La La
DVDs.
Land. You've just somehow blown it up to the size of my door. That all you can see just is door handles saying, "Oh, watch La La Land." It's already in your DVD player.
I
Yes, and
love
as
it.
you
And
unlock your door, as you unlock the door, it actually unlocks a safe box with a DVD that pops out.
I'd be up for that. I think you should watch it. I really do. I was watching it yesterday. I came home from work. I was like, right, I'm gonna watch it. I opened the windows. I turned my volume up to max, and the whole street was treated to the sounds of La La Land.
And did you have someone at the end of the road go, "Ha! Go!"
And then I had the police come down. Excuse me, sir. I had a report of some antisocial behaviour, and I went dun 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 dun, dun, and that was that.
As you're flipping them off, walking back into your house.
Yeah, doing my stepping toes and and clicking my fingers. It was great fun.
Jazz hands. Fuck me. No, I'm not really fussed about that movie as well. But just there's very little this year that seems to have grabbed my attention.
Well, top 5 of the year for me is La La Land, Manchester by the Sea, Moonlight, and I think it's Get Out, and then it's Logan, I think.
Yeah. Well, we did talk about our favourite Marvel movies last week, didn't we?
We did, and I think it was a very successful list.
Yes. Did you watch that, Josh?
I haven't watched that, no.
You bastard.
So was it your top 5 Marvel
Our top
films?
5 Marvel films. Yeah, we sat there and
By
debated
mutual
it.
consent.
Oh, okay. So you all discussed it and debated it, and at the end of it, you kind of brought it all together to make your list, did you?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I think what was it? It was Logan, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Fair enough. I agree with that. Okay.
Avengers, was it?
Yeah, the original Avengers.
And then it was Days of Future Past, and then it was.
Was it Days of Future Past?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh
it was.
yeah, it might have been. I might actually still have it written down. In fact, I have it written down. It was Winter Soldier, Days of Winter Past, Avengers, Guardians, and then Logan.
Good list.
Yeah. Logan was number 1.
Would you add any others, Josh?
Trying to think of really good Marvel films that I've. I mean, yeah, I'd agree quite a lot of that. I would say that there are some good picks.
Although you still haven't seen Logan, have you?
I haven't seen Logan yet. No, I'm trying to think of other Marvel films that I really did enjoy and maybe watched too many times.
Howard the Duck. The Punisher.
The Punisher.
The Punisher,
No,
the porn
terrible.
parody.
I find I did. What have I watched multiple times and regretted it? Not regretted it, but kind of had a guilty pleasure of it. I think I probably watched Iron Man, the first one, a bit too many times, possibly.
That was going to be on the list. We did.
It was.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a one I saw quite a lot of times. Thor. Did I see Thor times? Usually, the original Marvel film is usually it's just you can't usually go wrong.
Well, the first first phase.
The first phase of they usually it's a good start, except
The first phase of the heroes. Yeah.
yeah, you usually are a good one. I mean, unless they are rebooted heroes like multiple times, such as Spider-Man, of which I just can't be fucked anymore.
Actually, I'm
Did you guys didn't put Deadpool down?
No, we didn't.
Fuck!
Because I knew this was going to come up because I saw it in the list. I was like, he hasn't mentioned. Because I wasn't a really big fan of Deadpool, so I was like, okay, we'll try and make sure he doesn't think of it. But I knew this was going to come up.
You monster!
You manipulated him.
You monster!
Here it is, the greatest betrayal once again.
You can hardly fucking talk, you little bastard.
I know, this is why I brought it up. Hopefully I can distract him so that he thinks this is the greatest betrayal rather than me. What was it now? I didn't.
You
I
muting the fucking channel. So
we
you
still haven't
ignore
played
us.
this game.
Oh yeah, and that one.
What was the other one?
It was that you muted the fucking Facebook channel whenever there was news.
Oh, I just
No, it's
couldn't
like
fuck
sending you
it.
news or trying to
8
plan
hours.
something.
Oh, peace.
Fuck you, you bastard.
Oh,
Asshole. Fuck me.
Pete's gonna go have a furious.
I can't believe I forgot
furious
Deadpool in
wank
that.
to pigeons now.
I cannot believe I forgot Deadpool in that.
Wow, whose mistake is that? Not mine. I just subconsciously didn't bring it up.
Subconsciously.
I mean, fair enough. Obviously, it was a mutual thing, and Dad didn't think it was on his top 5. I think obviously it's not that high if you can remember it.
Exactly.
It was like my favourite film of last year.
Well, obviously not the most memorable.
Exactly.
I had a brain fart. Fuck you. God damn it. Can't
I
believe
think other
that.
Marvel films now. But let's have a look.
All right, how about this then? So we'll call it 5 minutes from now. Worst movie. Yeah, our worst movies.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the worst movie I've seen recently was Gods of Egypt, which I think is the only film in the past 3 years I've been doing reviews that got a 1 out of 10 because it was truly dreadful. I mean, it was like the Battlefield Earth of 2000 is. It was so bad. And when bloody Gerard Butler's the best thing in it, you know there's a terrible film abound. It just made no sense. It had Jeffrey Rush as some weird fire god who lived in space. You had that guy who plays Black Panther as some weird English kind of mirage character who spoke in weird tongues. You had the weird guy who's now in the Pirates of the Caribbean film acting so wooden, like he should be an IKEA. And it was like, what am I? What? And it was long. It was like 2 hours 20 minutes or something. And I sat there thinking, I cannot. I mean, I didn't pay for it, thank God. But I was like, what is this film? I mean, who signed off on it? I mean, the effects. I mean, it puts like the 1960s Doctor Who to shame. Well, not to shame. It makes them look good. I mean, it's just terrible. I won't rant because I rant all day.
Honestly,
Worst film.
now I
I'm
think
thinking
about it.
The fact that the new Fantastic Four film, that was trash.
Oh yeah, that was trash.
Oh,
They
God,
wasn't
that
as bad
was
as Gods of
bad.
Egypt.
That was just no.
Oh,
I
that
didn't
was
finish that.
bad.
I just thought, nope, peace out, I'm out.
Well, the weird thing about that film, though, is I fell asleep because there's a preview screening, and I thought I'd fallen asleep for about 20 minutes because there's a scene right, like the concluding scene, where I can't. Do they go into that weird world and then he suddenly becomes the villain? And I thought, like, oh, I've been asleep about half an hour. But when I turned to my friend, I was like, how long have I been asleep? They were like, oh, about a minute. I was thinking, what? They've suddenly changed. That was the quickest like edit in cinema history, and it made no sense.
It's just I couldn't get behind any of the characters. They're all boring and dull. And I mean, the original one they did back in 2000 and
Well, that was just latexly stupid, wasn't it? The stupid kiddie one.
the kiddie one, which one? But one back in when was it originally made? Was it? I want to say 2004. That could be completely wrong.
Yeah, the Jessica Alba one.
I liked that actually.
What?
Like,
I mean, yeah, it was
sorry, what's this one?
the Jessica Alba Fantastic Four.
Eh.
Yeah.
It's better than the one that came out recently. I
Well,
thought.
Oh,
fucking a
miles
lot is
better.
better than what
I mean,
came out
that
recently.
wasn't too bad. I thought in comparison. I thought, oh well, okay, this has made it tolerable. No, actually, I did enjoy the first one because I liked the Fantastic Four. Yeah.
And the second one had the Silver Surfer in.
Yeah, it was quite cool. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, but yeah.
I think if I watched it now, I'd probably hate it more.
Oh, I would hate it. I couldn't watch it. I think I would cringe too heavily to enjoy it. So that's why I'll never watch it, and I'll have good fond memories of it in my back of my mind. I think I like good Marvel movies or bad ones.
Depends. I think if you're hyped for a film, and like Alien, I know I keep bringing up
Well,
Alien Covenant, but
I
if you're
would bring up
hyped
the
for a
counselor.
film,
Yeah.
yeah, and then it ends up being utter tosh. I think it makes it worse because there's some films you can go into and you're like, well, I know this is going to be terrible, but I'm trying to think.
It's like all I can think about is the counselor and how much that shit on me. I got so angry over that.
Worst film. I mean, there's been some terrible films recently.
The thing is, I don't even have a DVD for them because I'm looking at my DVDs going, worst film ever, and it's like, no, I like those films.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't be there, would they?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I didn't enjoy. I'm going back to like kind of Marvel stuff. I'm on this kind of theme tree. I didn't enjoy X-Men: The Last Stand. I did not enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Was that the one where they were fighting on like fucking
The bridge and they
the
go to the
island,
prison.
yeah. Prison
And Vinnie
Island,
Jones turns up.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah. Is the
very
round.
very cringeworthy, and you got the Jean Grey who becomes the Phoenix, and you know it's like
Yeah, that was
Patrick
really
Stewart
bad.
just explode as well.
That was bad.
But I can't think of. I'm in Marvel mode. I can't think of anything outside the Marvel universe.
I think I kind of fucked us there by just dropping that mid. mid-episode. But
Gods of Egypt. I reckon if you watched it, you would agree with me. I think it's a universally hated film.
I'm
Oh!
tempted to watch it just to kind of
Jared
think.
Butler. What was
I will enjoy this
what
film.
was the other one?
No, I can't do it.
Gods of Egypt. He did another one prior to Gods of Egypt.
We did Olympus Have Fallen in the same year.
That's
And
the one.
No, not Olympus. London Has Fallen.
Olympus Has
like-
Fallen, though. That was god awful.
Well, you thought that was bad. You should check out London Has Fallen. That was
Yeah, I didn't watch
racistly
that because
terrible.
the original one was awful. Yeah, no, fuck that.
Indeed.
We'll have to have a think about that for next week then.
Yeah. Well, speaking of next week, and quickly,
Go for
I know I'm probably the only one my age who's probably watched it, but the Mighty Beast
Mighty
that is
Beast.
Twin Peaks is back next week. And if this is going out on the Sunday, which it will be, it's back today in USA. Diddly day. So everyone needs to get on their TV and watch it 2 a.m. on Sky Atlantic, and it's going to just be superb. I think it's a 2-hour special as well, the premiere.
Oh,
And I am
that.
massively pumped.
There's no fucking way I'm going to be up that early to watch a TV show.
I am getting everything. I'm getting my damn fine coffee ready. I'm getting my cherry pie. I was looking at the pop vinyl things, and they've actually got a Twin Peaks one. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, they've been bringing out a lot actually recently. There's a lot of exclusives coming out and all this. The pop
So if you
vinyls.
fancy buying that for me, I'd be more
Oh
than happy.
yeah, okay, yeah. All right, tell it to my failing bank account. That's all right. But anyways, anyone got anything else to add?
Spider-Man 3, shit film.
Spider-Man 3. Yep.
That came up last week. We said how terrible that was.
Yeah, but you were talking about the original Spider-Man being
Well,
good.
I thought Spider-Man 2 was absolutely superb. I think Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus is probably like.
And I still
he's
think
just
he
a
looks like
superb
Elton
villain.
John.
Yeah, but Elton John. No offense to the Goodbye Yellow Brick Man, but Elton
Rocket
John's not like. Yeah, Rocket Man, but I prefer Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. But Elton John's a weird-looking guy,
He's a weird-looking guy.
so I think he bases his look off
Dr.
Elton
Rock.
John. Dr. Rock. Yeah.
You know who I want to look like? Dr. Rock. No. I don't think those films are very good anyway. But yeah.
Transformers films after the first one.
Oh
Personal
Jesus
preference.
Christ!
Hate
Yes.
them all.
But they're just
Who are those?
long. They're just so
Like-
long.
Hate them all. Just with a passion.
What about Megan Fox, Josh?
I fucking hate it. I mean, it's Megan Fox, then the Shia LaBeouf, and you all know I hate Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
He's not that bad.
Just do it and hate him.
He's done some alright.
He's done some
Stuff.
good films.
Fair enough. He's done some good films. Him as an actor, just don't like him. His voice grates on my nerves.
Well, the guy who's in Gods of Egypt and the guy who's in Pirates of the Caribbean makes Shia LaBeouf look like bloody Marlon Brando. Honestly, you need to check him out. I don't know what his name is, but he's the worst actor in God's history.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this then. But I am going to wrap it here. So thank you very much for joining us, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring our bell, and tune in next Sunday for our
And by La La Land.
Fuck off! This isn't an ad.
Pete shags pigeons.
Oh, fuck you. We're not talking about that shit anymore. That is a no. I'm
That
cutting the
was a
video.
private conversation.
I'm cutting the video. Goodbye.
La La Land.
Bye.